Alright then, how's it going you lot? I hope you're absolutely fine and perfectly dandy. Look what's on the bench. A T-MAXX, a Traxxas T-MAXX. Man, I haven't seen one of these in donkey's years. Anyway, this is an older one. Now, I know nothing about Traxxas and I know nothing about T-MAXXs. The only things I know are some small trivia things, you know. The company was made in 1986, or was it 85? I think it was 86, before I was even alive. So it's been around for a while. I think the first T-MAXX was born or invented in 1999. These are just little things I've picked up over the years. I know nothing else. Oh, I think the person who owns it's Mark somebody. But other than that, I don't really know much. Now, this is where you lot are going to come in. You're probably going to tell me all the information I need to know about this. How old is it? All that kind of stuff. We'll have a look at it in great detail in a minute. But we're going to see if we can get it to run. Is it going to run? I mean, it's been sitting around for God knows how long. I mean, I don't know how long it's been sitting around. Do you know? Well, if you know, tell me, because I don't know how long it's been sitting around. Going by the amount of... Oh, well, that's stuck. So, God, blimey. There's a bit of jelly. We'll have a look at it. I'll show you. But there's some jelly in there. It looks like it's been left lying around for quite some time. We've got 3 out of the 4 wheel nuts. So, it's all good. It's all bloody gravy, you lot. Would you like to have a look at it in closer detail? We can do that. We can do that. Let's go and have a look in great detail right now. Just look at this for an absolute beast. As I was saying, there's a little bit of jelly in the bottom there, but that's not something that I'm generally worried about. I'm just saying we might be able to get an idea of how long it's been sitting around, you know. Nitro fuel takes quite some time to go to jelly. I know a lot of people panic about it and say, oh my God, take your nitro out. If you leave it for a week, it'll go to jelly. Well, it won't. It's a load of bollocks. But that's the way it goes. And there's no... Well, if there is a battery in there, there's no electric in the battery anymore. Looks like we got a receiver in there because we've got an aerial coming out, and that'll be 27 megs. It's got green written on there, so that must mean it will correspond to this green transmitter that I found when I was walking. I was walking around and I tripped up something and I thought, what the bloody is that? And it was this. And I thought that must be the transmitter for this because it says green on the bottom and I couldn't believe it. So that must be what it's for. We're missing a wheel nut there. Don't know what that's all about, but we got that one and we got that one and we got that one, but we've got no wheels. But I might have some wheels to go on it. We'll have a look at that later on. We need to know if this engine is going to run. The clutch and everything is free. That all moves nicely. That servo moves nicely. That one, well, either that servo doesn't move or the gearbox doesn't move. The steering servo moves. That's good. Happy bloody days. I like these versions. Now, whether this is, I know this is an older one, but from what year, I don't know. I know, well, it might have had an engine transplant. It's got a 2.5 in it. Now, the 2.5 T-MAXX was released, from my memory, I think around, was it 2005? It might not have been 2005. The first one, the first T-MAXX, had quite a small engine in it. It had a 15, a TRX 15 Pro, or it might be a Pro 15. I don't know what way round the bloody Pro and the 15 go. I just know it's a 15. And then the second version had the 2.5. It's a Traxxas T-MAXX 2.5. I just can't remember what year that came out. It may have been 2002 or 2005. I can't remember. But it had a 2.5 in it, which is what this is. So, providing this engine is authentic to this whole car, we can roughly date it to roughly 2005-ish, but obviously it could be a bit newer. And then again, I can't remember what year, but a while after that, they then released the T-MAXX 3.3, and it's got the 3.3, the TRX 3.3 in it, the same as a Revo and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we can kind of date it because it's got the 2.5 engine, but we don't know if that's correct. I don't know. You Traxxas geeks will know more than me. And my golly gosh, do I rely on you lot to tell me all the information, because I know nothing. I'm just a wally on YouTube, winging life and loving it. Anyway, let's see if we can find out if this is going to actually run. I've got the good one. I've got quite a few of these easy starts. This is one of the good ones. I was messing around a while ago with two of the bad ones. I am going to mend them, so if you want to know how to mend them, we will mend them. How I'm going to mend it, I don't know yet, but I will mend it eventually. Not that one. That one's a good one. The other ones. Anyway, let's have a look. I've got some batteries to go in that transmitter as well. Happy bloody days. My God, it's been bloody warm. I haven't even had to put the heater on. The heater's not on. The temperature today's 13 degrees, my friend. 13 degrees. I mean, I was roasting all day long, absolutely boiling. And I thought to myself, this is getting serious. This is far too serious. We need to have a look at a nitro car. So that's what I'm doing, having a look at a nitro car. So what should we do first? We've got no air filter. Someone's stuffed a bit of, it looks like a bit of tissue of some description down in the old carburetor. Shall we have a look at electrics, or should we go the normal route, what I normally do, bin off the electrics, don't care about them, and we'll have a look at the engine first? What do you reckon? Huh? Alright, well, we'll do electrics first then. We'll see if the servos work. Alright, well, you twisted me arm, you twisted me blooming arm again. Why do you always do that? Twist me bloody arm. I want to do something this way, and you want to do it the other way. Just sound like the missus. I'm only joking. I'm only joking, you lot. Right. These batteries, I'm hoping are good. These were in a transmitter, and I bloody left it on all night and all day. And but the light was still on, and it seemed to be all right. So hopefully they've still got electricity in them. Because if they haven't, I haven't got any more. Yeah, we're flashing, so that means we're okay. Never ever turn a transmitter on and have it on with the aerial down. Very bad, very, very bad indeed. So let's see, let's turn this around. I've got a couple of hump packs. This one's got a little bit of charge in it. I can be putting this one on charge actually. Let's see, this one's a RC scrapyard battery. Not very good. They have a tendency, I don't know where they get them or who makes these batteries for RC scrapyard. Is it RC scrapyard? Yeah, it is. I don't know who makes it for them, but they're not very good at all. 13%. So let's give it a bit of a charge. I know this one's a bit more charged up, but we charge up this one. It might. They got a reputation for not being very good, so we'll put it on at an amp. Right, where are we? Yeah, I need a. What do I need? I need an Allen driver, and then we can take off this, and we can have a look to see where we can attach our battery to, our bat tray. Man, I can't believe it. Do you know what? I had to pinch myself earlier. I did. I had to go like that. I had to pinch myself. Am I in a dream? No, I'm not. I'm actually living the life. It's unbelievable. Sorry, screw, I've just lost you. Right, let's put that there. Can you see what I'm doing? Just about. A bit of a funny angle that, isn't it? But it's the only angle I've got. One day I will make it so that you can see more stuff, but for now we'll just deal with this as we are. Transmitter is on, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, it is. Well, there's a wire that goes around there. Don't know whether you can see it. Oops. Oh my God. What's going on? What's going on, bitch? Bitch. Man. Right. What's going on here then? So we've got a receiver. Yep, it is in. It's there. Battery wire. Where's the battery wire? There's the battery wire. The battery wire is connected, but we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. No, not even a dicky bird. Oh, it did something. Did you hear it? I don't know if you could see it because my arm was in the way, but it did something. I think we got a dicky switch. Yep, there we go. We've got a bit of a dodgy switch. You have to get it just in the right place. I don't know what that's for. Oh, that's the charging plug, isn't it? Charge jack. They call it a charging jack. Oh yeah, because that's the other bit of trivia. The fact that they call this a jack reminded me. Traxxas is American. It's in Texas. Now whereabouts in Texas, I haven't got a bloody clue. But so probably made in China nowadays. But it's a Texan brand. Traxxas is. Don't really hear Traxxas in this country. I'm in England, for those of you that didn't know. You don't really hear a Traxxas. It's only recently with people buying the electric ones like the T-MAXX and all them other ones, putting them on YouTube. People talk about Traxxas, and it's always those ones. You know, you don't hear a Traxxas in any other way, really. I know you lot in America, you're properly into your T-MAXXs and your Revos, aren't you? Especially Mr. Crazy Dad Nitro over there. He loves his bloody Revo. Has he got a Revo? I think it's a Revo you got in it. He's got. He loves that. He goes on about it. But I like Revos, but you just don't hear of them, you know. Let's try this battery now. It's charged up. Well, it charged a bit quick from 13%, didn't it? To be honest. Now I think something's not quite right. Oops. Something's definitely not quite right. We haven't got the reverse module on that transmitter either. Alright, well we know that the electrics are a bit dodgy. But let's move on from that. Because what I'm really interested in is the engine. I want to know, is the engine any good? Because if the engine's good, then we're well away. We're proper going if the engine's good. I mean, you know, electrics and servos and that are one thing. The engine is another thing. The engine is simpler and easier to sort out than the electrics and the servos and the bloody receiver and all that. Look, I mean, just look, bloody, even just stuffing the wires in is a bloody pain in the bottom. Engines far simpler. So let's stuff that back in there like that. It's not done right because I've got to get it all out again anyway to try and find out what the problem is with it. Now let's quickly put the screws back in this so that I don't lose them. They can go in there. Come on, Mr. Wire, please stay up. Stay in there. Look, why don't you want to stay in there, Mr. Wire? Mr. Wire. Right, thank you very much. I appreciate that massively. Is it time for a barbecue yet? What do you mean you haven't got any meat? You don't need meat for a barbecue. Just cook a lettuce. We'll be vegetarians for the day. Right, there we go. Right, that's that. Now, let's see then. Let's take out this piece of, I don't know what that's doing in there. Well, I do know what it's doing in there. Someone's put it in there. It's a bit of paper. It's not even a bit of tissue. It's just a bit of ordinary paper. Get rid of that. Someone's put it in there to make sure no dirt gets down in there because it's got no air filter. Need an air filter really, but we can do without it for now. It's not massively important right now. Let's see, are we even going to get any turnage? Are we going to turnage? Like a turnip? Oh my giddy aunt. Not very quick, mind you. Don't tell me this battery's gone flat already. Bloody hell. Might have to put that battery on charge now. I'll have to get the other charger out. I've got some other batteries. If you're interested in batteries and you just find it interesting looking at old batteries, trying to revive them, charge them up, seeing if they work. Some people are into that kind of stuff. I personally am. I quite like playing around with batteries. If someone's got an old car battery and it won't start their car anymore, so they go and buy themselves a new battery, I always say, give me the battery. I'll have a look at it, and I'll play around with it. Have a look at the water, put it on slow charges and stuff, and discharge it. And sometimes I can revive them. I haven't got the car anymore, but I used to have a Citroen Saxo when I was younger, and the battery that I had in it for about 4 years was an old one that someone at work. Their battery was flat, so in their lunch break they went out and bought a new battery. It goes that way around. They went out and bought a new battery, and they took the battery out and put a new battery in their car at work. And I said, well, I'll have that old battery. He said, it doesn't work, it's flat, it won't bloody start it, it keeps letting me down, I've had enough, I bought a new one. I said, that's fine, I'll take it. Took it home and played around with it a little bit. All I had to do with that one was I checked the waters. The waters was a little bit low on one of the cells. I can remember it like bloody day. It was probably 16, 17 years ago, but I can remember it. One of them was a bit funny, so I got some rainwater. It's got to be rainwater. It can't be tap water because it's got all the other crap in it where they put in tap water. It's got to be rainwater, not dirty, clean rainwater. Put it in the thing, put it on charge, on a slow charge, on a slow charger. And it was fine. I had it, and then a little while after I got it, I sort of put it on the floor. I got a spare battery, happy days. The battery in my actual car decided to start playing up. So I thought, well, I'll put that battery in it. And it was in there for 4 years afterwards. Fine, starts fine, it done everything. So you can revive batteries. Anyway, if you're into reviving batteries, I've got a whole bag of batteries down there. RC batteries, not car batteries, RC batteries. We'll play around with them on the bench, and I want to see which ones are any good. I've probably got NiCads, nickel metal hydrate ones. I don't know if there's any lipos. I bloody hope not, can't stand them. But yeah, we'll play around with some batteries. So if you like batteries, stick around. Anyway, where was we? Got this battery in there now. This one's charged up. Still the same. So it could be that little motor, which is the little starter motor, is a bit weak. But we won't know until we try to start it up for sure. So the wire for the little glow plug there, the little glow plug heater wire. See, you got the bare wire there, but that shouldn't matter because it's just one wire. It's not, you know, that I could put a bit of tape around that. That shouldn't matter. That the some people call that sheathing, some people call it, I don't know what you call it. Look, it's worn away there as well. Don't know if you can see that. I just call it, well, stuff. God knows, I just call it stuff. Some stuff has happened there. Right, let's see. Let's put a little bit of nitro. Where's my nitro gone? There it is. This is just ordinary 20% nitro, nothing special. I'll stick a little bit of this in there. There's a little bit of jelly in the bottom of that tank, but what you'll find is sometimes, I have a little bit of my drink, I'm a little bit thirsty. Sometimes you've got a little bit of jelly. Don't fanny around taking the tank off and cleaning it. You can do, but you haven't got to. If you've got a little bit of jelly, you can just simply put some nitro in there and it'll just dissolve it. It'll just, oh, that's a point. I wonder if that's why. Maybe that crystal's not in there properly. That might be why the servos and the receiver didn't work properly. Maybe the crystal's a bit loose. I just thought of that, randomly popped into my head then. You lot were probably shouting it at the screen ages ago, but the thing is, I'm in the past. And you are in the present for you, but I'm in the past, okay? So I can't hear you when you shout stuff at me. I mean, this has already happened. I know the result for this. I don't know it now, but by the time you're watching this, I already know the result. I know what's going to happen. So there's no point in you shouting stuff at me because I'm not going to better hear it. It's not going to change anything. Do you know what I mean? Now, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Now let's get a little bit of a cloth. A little bit of a cloth up. Let's take off this rather fetching pink fuel line and put that there like that, and hopefully you should be able to see any jelly that spurts out when I blow down this pipe. Unless I put my head in the way again. I've done that to you before, didn't I? Have a look at this. Oh, that looks gorgeous. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that battery's charged. Right, so we can't open it with the transmitter, so we'll open it manually. We'll open the throttle up manually, blow a little bit down there. Yep, it went in. Don't know if you heard it or not, but it went in. So we might get some fireage. Put that there just to stop all the... It always spurts oil into me bloody drawers. Bloody drawers, man. Right, we're going to bin that off for now, and we're going to try... well, we're going to use an ordinary glow starter. We'll fix this wire later on when we work out if the engine's any good or not, and if we can actually get it to start. Let's have a look and see. That's bloody high, that isn't it? I wonder why that's so high. The shell that went on it must have been quite high. Anyway, yeah. I don't think that's going fast enough, personally. Let's have a look at this plug. These all look like bloody brand new plugs in these cars. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see if it actually works. If it actually works, then we know we're good. Yeah, look at that. Glowing like an absolute dream. That's glowing like the smile of a chicken, that is. Right. The little copper washer's still in there, by the way. In case you're going, you ain't got no copper washer in that, you cock. Oh, I know, bloody, it's down there. Alright? You lot bloody always go on at me about things and you don't know the truth. Blimey. Blimey. It's like the bloody fuel thing, isn't it? I mentioned in a few videos ago that I want to, just for fun, make some nitro fuel. Done it in the past. Made nitro fuel, had good fun with it, but I didn't film it, and I didn't make loads of it. I just made some 0% and some random percentage. I didn't even bother knowing what it was. I just mixed it all up and happy days, away it went. Don't know what percentage that was. Could have been bloody 60% for all I know. I thought, great, let's have some fun, make some videos making nitro fuel. I know that a lot of oils don't mix and things like that, and it's gonna, some of them ain't gonna work and some of them will work, but I don't know everything. I thought it'd be fun. Bloody hell, that will never work, that won't work. People have made nitro fuel before, so you haven't got to make it. Bloody hell, I don't want to have some fun. Right. Let's put a little bit down in there. Shall I put this round this way? See, I like the cars to face that in the other direction. I like the front to face that way personally, but I know that you can't see everything when I got it that way, and I can't put the camera that side. I do know all this, you know. Oh, bloody, too much, far too much, so that's just perfect. Open that up and let that soak in. Love it. Right, let's try now. Look, now I'm going to get spurted with it. A little bit flooded now. A little bit of a tip there. If it ever gets flooded, your car gets flooded, but it's not flooded to such an extent that it won't turn over, because obviously if it's flooded too much it won't turn over, okay? And if you've got one of these silly easy starts, you don't want to keep forcing it because you'll burn the electric motor out. You won't damage the engine or anything, but you'll burn the motor out, the electric motor. Just like a starter motor on your real car, really. Exactly the same principle. So if it's flooded but not majorly flooded, it'll still turn over. If you open up the throttle, full throttle, what'll happen is when it's turning over, it'll be sucking in loads and loads of air, and it'll be clearing out the flood, basically. A lot of people got the misconception if you open up the throttle, you're flooding the engine, putting more fuel in. Well, you're getting a little bit more fuel, but more air. So you're going to be clearing the flood that's already in that engine. So a little bit of a tip, if an engine's ever flooded, and that goes for petrol engines as well, you know, real car ones, just open up that throttle wide open and that'll clear it out. Something tells me that's a little bit too far up. Well, that's the wrong screwdriver. That's a bloody Phillips. Who put that around the wrong way? That tricked me, that did. Normally I have them the other way around, so I know what one's what. Because sometimes I don't look. I just feel like the one at the bottom is always the flathead. But that was the wrong way around. Bloody tricked myself. Let's close this tick over screw a little bit. Because that's open quite a way, that is. We don't want it that far. That's funny. That's not the screw, it's the bloody... Oh, maybe that'd be better. It was a little bit too far open. Anyway, here we go again. I think we got a little bit of a block in that carburetor, but we'll be alright. We'll blast it out with a little bit of persistence. So, a little bit more information if you want it. I mean, you ain't got to take it if you don't want to. But when you've got any type of roto start, whether it be these type with the little starter motor on the side, or if you've got one of the actual proper roto starts that you would find, I haven't got one nearby to show you, but like a roto start that you would have on any other car, the little button you press and the rod that pokes out. If you're turning the engine over for any long period of time, give it a bit of a break. Because they're not meant to be turning over for a long period of time, and they can burn out and get too hot. And I know people are already probably screaming at the screen at me for doing that for as long as I did, but it is, and I did, and do I care? No is the answer. I really don't care. Right, we definitely got a bit of a blockage, but we're getting through it because it's trying. That glow plug might have had enough now though. Might have to, oh, far too much again. Bloody perfect. We'll try it one more time. If not, I might have to take the glow plug out and see if it's any good. Or maybe that's gone flat. I mean, it's, yeah, whatever. Oh, flooded now. Yeah, so we've got a block in that carburetor. That's what we got, dear boy. That's what we've got. Let's see if we can blow through it and get it to go through. I don't think you're going to be able to see. I'll zoom you in on that carburetor. Like that. And hopefully I don't put my head in the way. So what you're looking for, I'll zoom you in a little bit more. There you go, you're right in on it now. That engine loose. That engine's bloody loose. That whole engine's loose, look. Oh, wonder if I can do them up. Let me just quickly see if I can do those screws up. Oh yeah, these screws that hold the engine in are well loose. Sorry about that, a bit far zoomed in there. Right, so it's not quite so loose now. So what you're looking for, if I can get that right, in this carburetor, so the throttle is fully wide open now. And you should be able to see, when I blow down the tube, a little jet of nitro go in there. Alright? Tell me when you're ready. You watching? Okay, good. Did you see it? I didn't see it because I was trying not to put my head in the way so you could see it. Did it go in? Yeah? Well, I did hear something, so I'm assuming it did. So that means we haven't actually got a block, but that means there's something else not quite right somewhere. Let's zoom out again so you can see what's going on. What's this bloody arrow doing in the way? Look, who put that there? Put that down there or something. There you go, happy days. Right, here we go again. Why is that so bloody high? Must be a reason for that. There must have been a shell on it that was really high up. Have you seen it when people put the shells on, but the bottom of the shell's up here somewhere? It's really high. It looks absolutely ridiculous. But I know why people do it. It's because they want it to look like a real monster truck. And like on a real monster truck, you've got the shell high, haven't you? And you can see all the frame and the engine and everything underneath the body shell. That's what people try to do, so you can see all that. I think it looks stupid. I like the body. I like the shell to be as low as I can get it. And it just looks so much better in my opinion then. But anyway, let's try this again. Where round does that go? That way. Where's the glow starter? I reckon either this glow starter's gone flat or that glow plug's had it. Bloody hell. I've only just charged that one up as well, but obviously not because this one didn't do it either. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the old plug. Maybe it's had it, because sometimes if you flood them too much, the little element, it's called an element, that little coil in there, sometimes that gets a bit wheelie bloody mouldy. Up. That's definitely working. That's definitely working, Johnny boy. It's an N4 as well. Bloody hell. Oh, you cock. Yep, definitely working. Sounds like a decent engine from what we've heard so far. I'll have to go and... I haven't got a bloody wheel nut though. I don't know what's happened to that other wheel nut. I wonder if that'll fit. Do you think that'll fit? It's just a random nut. Will it fit on there? That might fit. That's not a... You can't see what I'm doing, can you? That's not an actual wheel nut. I literally just found it on the bench, but it'll fit. So there we go. I've just gained a wheel nut. Quick, let's put it on there so I don't lose it again. It looks nothing like a wheel nut. I don't know what it's for. I don't know where it come from. I just found it on the bench, but happy days. So I've got a wheel nut again now. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be bloody happier. Right. Oh, bloody hell! Did you see that? It's attacking me. Let's try this again. Have I put the glow plug in? Did I do it up? I think I did, didn't I? Here we go. Fire in the hole. Need a bit more jam in the old sandwich. We'll get it. I know a lot of you lot would have taken it apart by now and cleaned it out and done a load of other bollocks and messed around and wasted time. Well, I just like wasting time this way. Oh, flooded now. Flooded now. Perfect. Let's loosen it a little bit. Holy bloody moly. That really is flooded. Jesus, man. I was going to put the glow starter on it, but yeah, maybe I'll do it anyway. See what happens. It really don't like that, does it? We might have to resort to the old we might have to resort to doing things properly and taking it apart, but I don't like doing that. I don't want to do that. That still works. I don't think it's going fast enough, to be fair. When we actually put the glow plug in and we're trying to start it, I don't think it's going fast enough. It just it seems a bit limp. But then again, it does catch. Sometimes it does actually fire. Sometimes, doesn't it? So it might be, you know, we might be all right. I mean, your guess is literally as good as mine. Literally. I mean it. I'm not making things up, you know. Your guess is literally as good as mine. Because I ain't got a clue. I really haven't got a clue, man. Not one single dicky bird. One last little trick up my sleeve before I start taking stuff apart. I'm going to blow down this bit of tube while I'm trying to start it. If I can get to it. Interesting. Very interesting. God, it tastes like washing up liquid. God, why do people put washing up liquid and things on bloody cars? I never understand it. I really don't. Yeah, it's not going through there very well. It's not going through there very well at all. Let's take that off again and just quickly rebuild it. Let's quickly rebuild the carburetor. Ready? That's it. So that's that rebuilt. And then we can quickly just rebuild the other part of it. Yep, that's that rebuilt. Well, that was good. Let's try again. See how much of it we can see how our rebuild did. Let's play around with that a little bit. Make sure that's all right. I'm just going to do a random number of turns there, and a random number of turns on that one. It could just be that these needles are a bit dicky, you know. I mean, that one was turned in quite a lot, the old low speed. That was turned in quite a lot. I've put it flush now. So we know we've got fuel going through from the carb going in there. So that could just be the thing, you know. You just don't know. Well, it runs like a dream now, but that can't be good, can it? To bloody have that like that. I don't think we've got any engagement on the old gearbox, so yeah, we've got a bit of a stiff gearbox here. Now, So, there you go, move that in and out now. There we go. Oh. Well, that didn't sound too good, did it? Let's remove that in and out. We had a bit of a stuck gearbox, but we haven't anymore. That servo, I think's had it. Yeah, that's not very good servo, is it? I don't think that's very good at all. Either that box is no good. Yeah, we've got no drive. No drive at all on that one. So we're probably going to have to take that apart. That will be a video in itself. This one's gone on bloody long enough. But what we can do, because I want to put some wheels on it. So let's go and have a look at the almighty bag of wheels. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't ever decide what bloody wheels need to go on that one. I reckon it's something like these. These are more of an original T-MAXX wheel. So I reckon we'll put these ones on it. And we'll have to find, that's another one. That one looks roughly the same. Now these ones, see look, some of these are the same, but some of them are more worn. So this one, less worn. This one is really less worn. This one is getting slightly more worn. But this one, that looks more like that one. And, well, that one probably looks more like that one. Happy days. Right, so now we've got 4 wheels and 4 tyres. So we know we've got to do a little bit more diggery pokery on this one, because it would appear that the gearbox, there's something a bit dicky with that gearbox. That servo's definitely had it, making funny noises. Sorry, just having a little bit of a mid video tidy up. It's starting to get a little bit crowded on this bench. So, oh, I need that. Come back. So, oh, bloody need them pliers and all. Where was I? Yeah, so I don't think it's going to drive, but before we can even get it to drive, I need to get some sort of servoage and electronics. So that will be another video in itself. We'll have all the electrics in a different time scale. That's the front, so that one can go on there. But we know that it runs now, and I know you're all screaming at me going, it was just because the low speed needle was out, you know, it needed to be turned all along. If you'd have just done that to begin with, it might have been. I mean, who knows? I don't know how many turns I turned it. All I know is I turned it a bit, and all of a sudden it started to run okay. So yeah, that could be what it was. Probably was. Do I care? No. Because is it running now? Yes. Well, not right now obviously, but it runs. Does it run okay? It seems to. Are we happy with that? Yes. Well, there we go then. So we don't need to go any further, do we? About whether it was done however way. It's bloody perfect, and I'm absolutely over the moon. Now that one, I could put it on backwards just to annoy some people. I always get that. You put the wheel on round the wrong way, do you know that? Have I? No. Well, it appears I've got 3 left side wheels here. Bear with me, I've got to find another one. It might be alright, you know. Well, I say that a bit too soon perhaps. But as I'm putting these wheels on, I'm turning the things, all the diffs seem to be alright. And I think it just turned the spur. So it might be alright, but obviously the spur needs to turn the gearbox, not the gearbox turn. If the it's all very well. I mean, in theory, if the gearbox turns and the spur turns, then it should all be hunky-dory in there. But if when you turn the spur, the gearbox doesn't turn, well, that's no good. Obviously, that's no good, is it? Because that's the way it's supposed to work. And yeah, so there could be something a bit dicky with that. We'll have a look. That's yeah, we got an issue there somewhere. That's well, the brake disc is turning. Loads of nitro coming out of there. Yeah, that all turns, but something's not right inside that gearbox. So coming up at some point, oh, we didn't fix that little wire, did we? Well, we still got to do some more work on this one. So coming up soon, there will be a video taking apart that little gearbox to try and find out what the problem is with it and why it's not working properly. Shall we try and find a shell for it? I've got to get an air filter for it as well. So we have a look, see if we can find a shell for it. I don't know what shell is meant to go on it. I think I found the one that's supposed to go on it, and it's probably my favourite shell. Check this one out, look at that, and I think that's why this is so high up, because if I turn this around that way, I haven't got any R-clips for it, so I'm going to have to go down the shop and buy some R-clips, so I can actually clip it on. But yes, look at that, that is the right one. That looks the absolute tits. That looks so bloody cool. Look at that. I love it. I love this style. This shell, I don't know what, if you can tell me what actual real car this is actually based on, please tell me. But I love this style of car. Back when actual real manufacturers used to know how to make cars, and they made cars that looks like this. Whatever that is, tell me. Please, probably some kind of Dodge or something, I don't know what it is. But that looks absolutely brilliant. What a lovely car, and what a lovely shell. Just look at it, absolutely gorgeous. I love that, that's awesome. If I was to have a T-MAXX, I'd have that shell on it. Brilliant. I don't know why it's got a window cut out there for, it's a bit strange. But that looks so cool, man. That looks better than any new shell you could ever find. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Don't know what that little hole's for. Anyway, happy days. So I think this video's gone on long enough. We'll come back another day when I'm a bit refreshed and I've had some food inside me, and we'll have a look at the electrics. So we'll have a look at the receiver on the servos. I know that I think the forward reverse servo is a bit dicky because it makes funny noises. There's obviously something wrong with the gearbox because it's stuck in neutral. So that's pretty much all we've got to do. Oh, we'll have a look at the glow plug wire to try and find out if it works. I didn't even try it, did I? I forgot all about it. Spent so long unnecessarily fanning around trying to get it to start, I forgot all about the glow plug wire. But the thing is, it runs. Will it run? It bloody well does, and it runs it runs really, really well. That's a nice engine. So if you like Traxxas and you like T-MAXXs, stick around, because there's loads, well, I was going to say there's loads of videos on this car. There's not. There's probably going to be another 1, 2, maybe 3 videos fixing it up and then taking it for a test drive. But plenty more Traxxas, plenty more T-MAXXs coming up in the next, I don't know when, but there will be, definitely, I can guarantee that. So thanks for watching, you lot, and if you want to, you can always think about becoming a member. I mean, who doesn't want to become a member? Then you'll get to see all of my videos before everybody else, apart from the other members. There's 33 members at the moment, and thank you very much, all of you, for being here and for doing what you do. I'll see you all later on. Take care, treat people nicely, and treat people how you'd like to be treated, and we should have a wonderfully nice, happy life. Cheerio, you lot. All the bloody best.